It's time for Top That Trade. In one corner, Alan Nuckman, the Chief Market Strategist for St. Paul Research. And in the other corner, it's Phil Flynn, a Fox Business Network contributor. Round one of our Trader Game, guys, Street Beat. A fresh round of earnings season is here. Analysts are predicting big growth for corporate America. What will that mean for the S&P?
50% may not be it. Some analysts are talking 60 and higher. So this can be some big numbers, but this is different. We've got a high bar this time where we have had low bars year after year after year. So let's see how we can overachieve. But let's remember that the price of the S&P is a multiple of earnings. So if earnings increase, guess what?
I guess that the market will go up and we'll see new record highs. Is that what I should guess? I think most of America will guess that as well. But you're absolutely right, Alan. The problem is that in the past, we've kind of undersold the earnings. This is supposed to be the greatest earnings seasons of our lifetime, and my lifetime's longer than yours. So this is huge, right? And a lot of times when we get to that point, that seems to be a crescendo in the market. Having said that, there are some amazing opportunities in stocks that had not performed as well. Remember we had all the FANG stocks. They weren't performing as well as the rest of the market here for the last couple of months. That could change. We could see them become the leader once again. And it's been a few months before they're the leaders. The reopening stocks, the energy stocks, they are looking good. But right now we should see new highs.
That's what I want to talk about was the energy stocks. They really haven't made a whole lot of noise here recently. The whole market's gone straight up, but energy stocks really haven't kept pace. So keep an eye on that as well. That's the commodities guy saying it.
Let's talk more about commodities. Round two, supply, demand, land. Commodities climb and commodities crash. What do you like the most, lumber, coffee, or copper?
I drink a lot of coffee, so I control that market. I can move that market by cutting back a few days, and you can see the market move back. Listen, all of those commodities have had incredible runs. We saw the lumber hit all-time record highs. They've come back down to earth, but still, they're still twice as high as they were like a couple of years ago. They're still twice as high. You look at coffee right now, they have some supply issues right now that could be very, very bullish. So I think I'm going to lean towards coffee, though all of these commodities are probably going to have another run. There's a systemic shortage in copper that's going to come back to bite us. But I think right now, the one that looks like it's getting ready to run and it really hasn't moved lately has been coffee.
All right, let's talk commodities. So I like copper the most here. It's 10% off its highs. We've seen a consolidation for next leg higher. So that's what I'm looking at. And one way to play it is with Freeport-McMoRan. And that stock's 20% off its highs, even though copper is only 10% off its highs. So maybe there's something there. And they're actually looking to reopen some mines up the lake a piece here, some copper mines that have been dormant for years and years. And we've talked about this before. Higher prices are the cure for high prices because then they'll find new ways to get the product. And you saw what happened to lumber. It's unchanged for the year after all of that fun.
Oh, timber. Well, here we go with round number three, go growth. Pick a play from Goldman Sachs, 20 stocks that are forecasted to continue to net margin growth.
Well, I think it was interesting, this list of stocks they came up with. What they did was they took 1,500 stocks and then they whittled it down for stocks that were having a 50-point net growth, net margin growth in 2020, 21, 20, and 22. And so that got it only down to 20 stocks. The stock I like the most, we've really forgotten about, is Netflix on this list. Netflix has gone nowhere. Netflix is actually negative in the last year of trade. It's been trading between 500, 600. Right now it's at 550. So I think Netflix, people haven't been talking about, may be a trading opportunity.
Yeah, it seems like we got Netflix out a little bit, and I think it's ready to run. And that goes back to the other FANG stocks. They really have underperformed. So the ones that were too expensive to chase and that you don't want to get in, this may be your last opportunity. I happen to like Apple right now, and that's, of course, your favorite of all time. That's the Allen stock. But right now with their new phone, they're increasing production. So they're expecting some pretty big numbers. And I think that they will probably fulfill those, and that's going to be one of these stocks that could get another run.
And they finally got up to make their highs from January. So that's a very positive sign, and that's why tech has taken off.
Here's your bonus round question for today. The Olympics are opening July 23rd. True or false, Ralph Lauren has unveiled Team USA's opening ceremony parade uniforms that include a personal air conditioner to beat the heat.
True.
I'm going to say no, but I do know that Kim Kardashian is involved in some of the uniforms and some of the clothing that the athletes will be wearing.
Thank God, Alan, you keep me up to date on the Kardashian news all the time. I wouldn't be totally oblivious if it wasn't for you. Thank you.
I've got a 14-year-old.
Oh, that helps.
It's absolutely true. Phil wins this week. Well, go team, top that trade. Business First AM continues right after the break. Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.